Hello guys, welcome back. Yeah, I just jumped straight into the what do you call it? The basics. This is more than like a basic in calculations. Now we want to clarify part of the things that we did. Now this solution here is we can call it here you are referencing a cell. How do we mean? Um not like referencing particularly, you are referencing a range of cells. So because when you are calling d3, Excel is saying, okay, I know where d3 is, it's calling d and then the third row, so that's it, and to d9 still within the same column, but now the ninth row. So it's like a cell referencing. Now what if I this is a score for Joe, right? Now here we have a score for for Grace, and maybe here we have a score for P or Peter. Let's use Peter, right? So and all these things are, let's run the same thing here. Yeah, score. So I'm just going to do it randomly. Everybody's not going to score the same. So I have a Joe who is a very bright guy. Let me put Peter somewhere around average or even below, with some few significance, of course. Now no, Peter can't get 100 anyway. So yeah, let's find a way to make Grace in between the two, right? Let's find a way to make Grace in between the two. I'm just trying to fill up these things quickly so I can move. So now this is more like yeah, the score of 3.9. It's now looking like a composite sheet for all the students. You know, it's easier. I can just drag one to fill up. The calculations are going to be right. I will just drag this way to fill up. How did I do it? Like you see, I selected the range. Okay, let me do for one cell. Now I come to the bottom left. I click and hold and I drag down to where I want it to stop. Now even if it's a range of cells, I can highlight them. I come to the bottom left too and I drag. Now is it actually correct? Let's see. You see it's referencing Grace alone, which is correct. So Excel has a way of shifting. When you drag down, it's automated, right? That's why it's called a calculation software. It helps you to do all those things without much stress. But now, why we are here? We wanted to do what is called cell referencing. I want to show you what it means to reference a cell. So I can say I want to pick out the total scores, right? Total scores for subjects. Now for this English, I can say it's equal to, when I call this, I clicked on that D3, it's already picking it, right? Plus, sorry, I hit enter mistakenly. So equal to D3 now plus, I can decide to use my type in the remaining one, E3, and then plus F3. The fact is that you need to know where the cell you want to add up is, right? So this particular one is that I'm calling the cells by their name. So it's like cell referencing. You are referring to a particular cell. You're telling Excel, go to this cell, pick up whatever quantity you see, go to this other one, pick up whatever quantity you see, go to this, pick up whatever quantity you see, and add it together. So that particular thing I did there is called cell referencing. You get? It is called cell referencing. It's very, very clear. Now remember, I don't want to, this is actually a bulky way of doing things, because it's just like, okay, Excel, go to point A, pick the figure, come back, go to point B, pick the figure, come back, go to point C, pick the figure, come back. Or let me make it clearer. It's like, go to point A, pick 20, come back, then go to point B, pick 30, add it to 20, but come back again. When you come back, use the 30, add to the 20, then go to point C, pick 50, come back again, and add it to whatever you had. That's That's the command they're giving here. So it's more like a bulky way of working. So, but when you use the auto sum function, right, the sum, it's a bit different. Now, this one says Excel, you are going to add a collection of numbers for me. Well, first of all, it says Excel, go to these numbers, pick out the figures, come back and add them together. Now it's a bit different. This one picks one, comes, adds, pick the other one, comes, adds, pick the next one, adds. But this one picks all the figures, comes back and adds them together. So this is a more suitable way of doing this and producing a faster result. And not only a faster result, it saves your computational power. Like it saves you time on calculations or computation of your results. So I just did a sum. So if I want to see the total mark that students got in English or in maths or wherever, that's what I just got here. I also showed you how to do cell referencing. Again, let's see how to calculate average. I'm going to be, let me leave this. Let me just put average here, right? Average score. Permit me to, okay. Let me just put average. Let me just put average. So now, if I want to get the average of these numbers, what do I do? So I don't want to type the average. Let's use this auto sum. So you see this arrow? I'm not clicking the auto sum on itself. There's a little arrow just after the auto sum. So I click on that little arrow. You see average. You see count. You see mean, max. We have already talked about almost all this. Now count is to count whatever numbers or whatever cells that are filled, or it depends on what criteria you want to give it. We are going to look at that in another lesson sometime coming up. So for this average, I can click on average, and then it's already suggesting where I can what cells I should pick up. But I can't put this as an average, so I'm going to select from here to here. That's what I need, and I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to drag it down. So in this whole class, everybody in this class, the average they got in English is 61. So, but the highest average is in CRK. Wow, these guys are really churchgoers, or at least they are religious in some instance. Now, the second average, 2 are tying, right? And you can see it there. So, this is how to basically run basic functions in Excel. So, you don't need, of course, you are looking at the table, it's still looking very okay. So, I can decide to format this table just to close out the remaining 2 minutes I have on this video. Let's just run a quick format. So is there a need to get total of total? Is there a need to get total of total? This is okay, but this is not okay. So instead, you change here to average, because you cannot be getting average of. So this is total, this is class average now, right? So yeah, this is a class average. I don't think I need this again. It can also be calculated when you draw this here. No, it's wrong. What is happening? Okay. Okay, this is the average of the total that everybody had. Let's see this one. Exactly, class average. So, but these two now, literally, we don't need it. So, this actually how this goes. Let's format this to look a bit better. So, do I dark gray, dark shade, or bright shade? Let's use dark shade. Somehow it looks more appealing, so let me just use a touch of almost black. No, let me use dark blue. I'm going to do the headers to be darker. Now let me use this. Should it be a bit lighter? Darker. Okay, this one now has to be lighter. That one has to be lighter. I'm trying to see what works fine. So this works for me. I can decide to now turn the whole text in this into white color. Is it appealing to the eye? It's not. So I think I'll just turn these ones back to automatic. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's making a type of sense to me, though the background shade is too dim, so I think I might have to change this, right? So let's get something that can easily, okay, let's see. Yeah, something like this can also be okay. Something like that can be okay. Now we can even make here darker, because these are averages for the